So I sprayed it really heavy, and I used the Sennilier fixative because it seemed to me the last time I used it with the Sennilier La Carte paper, it worked really well. And it's not quite as stinky as the Blick fixative. All right, so I know a lot of times I talk about how you just paint what you see. You don't have to know anything to paint. You just paint what you see. And I guess I'm kind of thinking about that more and thinking about especially painting from photographs. You need to, maybe you're going to need to paint a little bit what you know. And so one thing that just doesn't show up in photographs is this idea of aerial perspective. An aerial perspective is using colors to make things recede. And if you haven't seen the Da Vinci documentary by Ken Burns, I really recommend you watch it. I think they were saying in it that Da Vinci is the guy that first observed aerial perspective. And he did it in his drawings and by making the hills in Tuscany go back, by making them lighter as they got further away. So like when I look at this seems to be about the brightest white in the picture, and maybe because it's surrounded by all those darks, but I don't want your eye to go back there. I sort of want you to meander up the river and then, you know, a little bit into the distance there, but mostly I don't want this to be the center of interest, and there it is right in the middle of the painting. So I'm gonna try to tone that down some, even though I can't see that in real life. Golly. It's like all my whites are sort of dirty, so I can't tell if they're, yeah, that's too white. Can't tell if they're gray or white. Well, the other thing is, of course, I sprayed it, and now everything got so dark. That's exact same color back there I used before, and look how light it is now. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, so this is this side of the river. And then that's the other side of the river, so. So I don't have a whole lot to say right this minute because I'm just trying stuff. I don't have much of a plan, honestly. I just want to see what different things will do. Like, how can I not have a pink? How can this be the, well, here's a tiny, like that's ridiculous, don't use that. Oh, here's a pink. I just realized that I should try to make the sides of the river, the snow on each side of the river, a little different. Okay, so that's kind of better. That snow, I hit that with that pink, a warmer color, and that pulls that forward. And I'm just going to use some more of that pink in here too. And I guess I should do it here where this is so close to me. And trying to keep my strokes following the direction of the planes. So flat planes, side planes, kind of coming down planes up here. Okay, so I made a lot more depth right here, more than, you know, way more than I can see. So I don't know if I actually want that. Let's cool that pink down a little. Okay. All right, now I think I'm going to go and work on the back, on the trees a little more. Might be okay for snow. All right, and what can I do to maybe make these guys stand out a little better? I just feel like I need to have all my grays in a little row here. That was probably way too light. A little row by value. All right, I need some green back there, I think. Okay, I think that's better. Right, I'm gonna do these tree trunks again with the charcoal. I don't know what I'm gonna do, really. Okay, so that's a start there. What is that, we wonders? All right, I should probably redraw the house, I guess. Yeah, and the other thing I can't seem to find at all anywhere is sort of some sort of ochre thing. Sort of a brown that's not red and that's not too dark. Maybe that. That's pretty red. So another way you can make stuff look further away is like, don't make your strokes less, like I didn't right there. I sort of forgot what I was doing, but just don't make it so individual strokes like it is up close. So each of the things you have that can help you in painting, the 5 tools that you have that help you in painting, each of them, there's ways that they can help you make distance. So let me just work on that building for a second, and then I'll show you. Honestly. All right, it's another day where I did not put away my stuff from the last painting I did, and now I'm regretting it. All right, so just work on this building a little bit because it's going to be behind the grasses and all. And I redrew it, but I want to be sure I kind of get rid of that, get rid of those outlines because they'll pull it forward. And I do kind of like this idea of having the windows lit, so I'm probably going to keep that idea. So, as you remember, your first tool in painting is composition. So you can use your composition to help you make things go back by, I've kind of got that S curve there, or a Z. And then drawing, the way you use drawing to make things go back is things that are closer to you are bigger, and things that are further away are smaller. And also when things overlap, that shows that something is behind something else, which is why it's a really good plan not to have things just touch each other. Whoa, shoot, that was not what I wanted. All right, let's try this. Wow, I'd forgotten how cold it is in here in the winter. It's not like I'm cold, but my fingers are freezing. Okay, so, all right. So then, now, if I want these little thingies to come in front, I just draw them in front. Like that, and then that puts the house back automatically. I was just looking over there for the lit windows, which don't exist. Okay, and then I was supposed to be a little lighter on that side facing the river. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that wood is more weathered. But that was way too light, so that's kind of too light too. How can that be so light? But it just is. Every time I pick it up, it is still light. Let's make these things stick up a little more, and I've got to come down back here. Just trying to tidy up back here a little bit before I... All right, I still didn't... I gotta work on those trees in the background too. Yeah, what the heck? I really do not like that. The shape of that tree, I kind of wish I had left it out. But... No, Jeneane, no. God, don't you hate it when you're supposed to be making it better and you feel like you're making it worse? Yeah, this is like, it's not really taking my pastel very well now. I'm pushing it really hard. About to knock my easel off. Oh my God, I hope I put that back in the right place. Yes, okay. All right, the water. Surely I could do something about the water. All right, so I'm going to add more colors that from the land that I see in the water. try to do that. I think this has turned out to be really hard to paint. Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that there. There is kind of a... All right, I'll see if I can do that. I don't know. I guess the thing to do would be to draw it in. All right, so it's right here. It's not drawn right. I really always feel like I pay for my drawing mistakes later. Because it's hard, you know, things aren't, you can't get things in the right place, and the colors aren't in the right place, and it can be really annoying. Wow, I feel like I have to spray it again already. All right, well, see if I can make the shadow color on the banks a little better. It shouldn't be that purple. The shadows on the snow down here. Okay. Okay, I sprayed it and I decided I would film in high speed so you could see more of what I was doing. And let's face it, there's not that much to say, just trying to make it better. I found this box of pastels and they worked really great for the snow. So I'm gonna figure out what the name of this brand is, and I'll link it in the description for you. Okay, here we go. High speed, which represents 25 minutes of work. So I sprayed it really heavy, and I used the Sennilier fixative because it seemed to me the last time I used it with the Sennilier La Carte paper, it worked really well. And it's not quite as stinky as the Blick fixative. All right, so okay, so I worked on this for about 25 more minutes, only filming at high speed. And it's pretty quickly, it's at a point where I have to spray it if I'm going to work on it anymore. So I decided, it's enough. It's kind of did what I wanted. I had some trouble in here, and I had to come back and try to make things flatter. But I also don't want your eye to get stuck down here. I want your eye to move right back in. So if I'd wanted to focus more on the water, I probably would have needed to make the house less. Because I decided to light up the windows, I put a chimney and a little bit of smoke. And if you live in the North Country, you know if smoke goes straight up, it's pretty cold. And I put a little snow on the roof too, although I don't think there is any on there, but I put some on there. So that's it for this demo. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you learned something. So thanks a lot for watching.